Captain, welcome back to the committee whenever you're ready.
Mr. Chairman, members of the committee, thank you very much. I'll be brief. I'm here today to support Bill 7591 in regards to not allowing people with concealed carry permits to carry guns in our schools. Although a person with a concealed carry permit could be extremely proficient and safe handling of that weapon, they do not go through the training level that law enforcement does. Things like use of force, shoot, don't shoot, target acquisition, shooting under stress, weapons retention. So there's a concern there that when the responding police officer comes, God forbid, to that active shooter event in our schools, that we could be in danger as well. One of the things we train in law enforcement is what we call tunnel vision. And if I'm a responding law enforcement officer, if they don't have that training, they're not going to see the uniform but just the weapon, which puts us in great danger. So the state police and myself are here to support that bill.
Thank you, Captain. Representative Quasi?
Do you, and I'll ask this all three of you because one of you may have this information. I know that you just testified on it. Has there been, I know part of the reason why some individuals are against this is not so much for the reason you said about the difference in training, but because they have an aversion to anyone having a weapon, rightfully so or not, on school grounds. So my question to you is, has there ever been any incidents that we know in Rhode Island where an individual who legally had a CCP, who was an employee of any public school, whether it be a teacher or a custodian or what have you, who had a CCP and used it inappropriately in an act of violence?
Not to my knowledge.
And for that reason, to some extent, this is a solution looking for a problem. On that standpoint, I'm not debating the issue of training. We can debate that, but we don't have to debate it now.
Sure.
But the issue of individuals who have an aversion to having a weapon, on school premises, because someone may take it, someone may use it, someone may find it. That's not happened in Rhode Island that I can think of.
Well, we don't really know who's carrying weapons in our schools, so we could say that there's nobody.
But if it was used inappropriately or in an act of violence, we would know.
But if it's not introduced into our schools, then it wouldn't happen. So I don't know that it's not.
No, I'm talking about presently. I know for a fact there are individuals in many schools who have CCPs, and you don't know they have it,
Sure.
but they have it. They're teachers or administrators, and they have it.
Right.
And you never hear about it.
Sure.
Because they know that there's a certain responsibility level with that. But I was wondering if there was any history in Rhode Island, in a public school system, where an individual with a legally lawful CCP had committed an act of violence because they were able to bring that into school.
Well, fortunately, we've never had that incident, a school shooting, so law enforcement has not needed to respond. And I get your argument.
And I'm
Absolutely.
pleased about that.
Right.
Very pleased about that. But I just wanted to know
Right.
from that aspect of it,
Sure.
it's a solution waiting for a problem.
Understood. Thank you.
Anything else for the captain? Yes, Representative McEntee.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Captain, is one of the ideas behind your support of this bill the fact that when the police enter the school building, if there is a call that there's an active shooter, you want to know who in the building has a gun? Is that part of your rationale?
Absolutely.
And that would allow you as police officers to better respond to the situation?
Absolutely, because our job is to diminish that threat, and if we have multiple threats, and they may not even be a threat, but they're perceived to be a threat, that's going to slow us down.
Thank you.
Thank you.